Morning. I look in the mirror and realize my eyes are gone. All I see is a heavy, tired face in a 265-pound body. Every step feels like a battle for breath. Every glance from others cuts like a knife. I've lost my health, my confidence, and myself. But I never expected that the journey to get it all back would lead to a change far greater than my appearance. That morning wasn't just a moment in front of the mirror. It was a brutal wake-up call. What I saw wasn't a cute, chubby guy like people tried to comfort me with. It was a heavy body, sunken eyes wrapped in dark circles, dull, gray skin. A 265-pound weight I carried every single day. I gasped for air after climbing just one flight of stairs. I had to stop halfway through playing tag with my little nephew. Every time I stepped on the scale, the number jumped up like it was mocking me. At the doctor's, my results lit up in warning red: high cholesterol, fatty liver, pre-diabetic. I forced a smile, but deep down, I knew this wasn't a warning anymore. It was a sentence hanging over my health. My appearance became a mental burden. I dodged photos, made up excuses to skip gatherings. Every time I walked into a room, I felt eyes scanning every inch of my body. One careless joke, "Better sit over there before the chair breaks," was enough to keep me silent for the rest of the night. But the real shock came one weekend afternoon. My nephew came running, tugging my hand. "Uncle, let's go to the park." I barely made it a few dozen meters before my knees burned and my heart pounded out of rhythm. I watched that small figure run ahead, and a wave of helplessness rose to my throat. In that moment, I knew I had lost more than my health, more than my confidence. I had lost the right to live the moments that mattered most. And I also knew, if I didn't change now, there might never be another chance to take it back. That night, after dropping my nephew off, I sat alone for a long time. The day's images kept replaying in my mind. The heavy breathing, slow steps, the innocent glance of that child looking back. I realized it was either change now, or accept living in a body that was slowly destroying itself. There was no turning back. I started by learning. At first, it was articles and videos about healthy eating. I tried quitting soda, cutting back on fried foods. But the harsh truth hit hard. My body rebelled, cravings crashed like waves. Headaches, exhaustion. One night, I sneaked half a cake. And while eating, I felt like a complete failure. Exercise wasn't easy either. On day one of running, I wanted to quit before 3 minutes. Muscles burning, sweat pouring, heart pounding like it would burst. But I told myself, tomorrow, just a little better than today. And bit by bit, I stretched those minutes, 3 to 5, then to 10. Some weeks I dropped 4 pounds. The joy felt like a huge victory. Other times, the scale crept back up, and all my efforts seemed wasted. Each time, I remembered my nephew's eyes, that breathless moment in the park, and reminded myself not to give up. I learned patience. Not being too strict with food but disciplined enough. Not pushing too hard but consistent with workouts. I started listening to my body, understanding what it needed and when it was tired. That journey wasn't just about losing weight. It was a constant battle with myself, with old habits, laziness, and the sweet excuses I once used to procrastinate. And I knew, if I could beat myself, everything else was just a matter of time. The weight started coming down. 110 kilograms. 95, then 85. Every time the scale dropped, I felt joy, but a different kind of joy. It wasn't "I'm getting more attractive" anymore. It was "I'm healthier than before." One morning, while running laps in the park, I suddenly realized my breathing was steady, my steps light. I wasn't counting down the minutes, waiting for the workout to end. Instead, I was enjoying every heartbeat, every cool breeze brushing my face. For the first time in years, my body and mind were in sync. I began to understand that weight loss was just the surface. The real change was in how I treated myself. Before, I ate to soothe emotions, slept to escape pressure, and used busyness as an excuse to neglect my health. Now, I eat to nourish my body, sleep to recover, and make time for exercise like it's an important appointment. Confidence returned, but not the kind that depends on others' eyes. I fit into an old shirt I'd long forgotten. But what made me smile more was carrying my nephew around the yard without getting tired. I felt happy climbing 5 flights of stairs without stopping. I started sharing my story online. At first, just a few posts about losing weight. But soon, many messaged me, thanking me for the motivation. I realized I wasn't alone. So many were stuck in the same exhausting loop I once was. This journey wasn't just mine anymore. It became a chance to give back. To remind others that health isn't something you will get to someday. It's something you must protect today. And most importantly, I found myself again. Before I found my shape. When I hit 154 pounds, I suddenly realized I no longer counted every pound each morning. Exercise and healthy eating had become a natural part of my day. Like brushing my teeth or taking a shower. No need to force myself or remember. I started doing things I'd missed out on. For the first time in years, I accepted an invite to go trekking with friends. The steep trails, the blowing wind. But instead of gasping for breath and quitting, I could climb and laugh along the way. At the mountain peak, looking down at the lush valley, I felt like I was standing on a different kind of summit. One of freedom inside my own body. I stopped avoiding social gatherings. I sat down at the table. Not to make up 4 days of dieting, but to slowly savor the food and enjoy everyone's stories. No one talked about my weight anymore. But I knew it wasn't because I looked different. It was because I brought a different energy into the room. At home, I played with my nephew more. Took him to the park, ran chasing each other on the grass. No more stopping halfway to catch my breath. Instead, there was laughter. And the sparkle in his eyes when he said, "Uncle, you run so fast." My weight now stayed steady around 154 pounds. I stopped pushing for a lower number. Because I'd learned it's not about the scale. It's about how I feel every day. My new habits kept me healthy. Without a constant fight every minute. I returned to everyday life. But not the old me. I carried with me new awareness, new vitality, and a peace of mind. Something I never even dreamed I could reach before. Life isn't about losing more weight anymore. I live like a tree with deep roots. Still reaching up, but no longer afraid of the wind knocking me down. I keep up my workouts. Not because I'm scared of gaining weight back, but because I love the feeling of waking up strong. The rush of my heartbeat after a run. The lightness in every step I take. Healthy eating isn't a chore anymore. It's a natural choice. I want to nourish my body, not punish it. The biggest surprise? My story started to spread. Friends, coworkers, even strangers messaged me asking for tips. At first, I simply said, patience and self-love. But then I realized, what they really needed wasn't just meal plans or workouts, but the belief that change was possible. I began blogging, sharing the real struggles I faced. The cravings, the exhausting workout days, the crushing feeling when the scale went up. I told it all, no sugarcoating, no hiding. So others could see this journey isn't perfect. But it's definitely doable. My family changed too. We started moving together. Eating better as a team. My mom said she's never seen me smile so much. And I knew I'd found the most precious thing. Joy in living. Now, I'm no longer the 265-pound man, nor just the 154-pound man. I'm a fuller version of myself. One who values health, shares positive energy, and knows the journey never really ends. Because moving forward isn't about standing still. It's about taking one step at a time, every day. When I started, all I wanted was to be lighter, healthier. But now, standing here, I realize the greatest gift I've gained isn't a new body. It's a new life. Dropping from 265 pounds to 154 is just a number. What truly changed was how I face myself every morning. The confidence to walk into any room. The joy of running and playing with the people I love without fear of running out of breath. If you're reading this and see yourself somewhere in this story, believe me, you can do it too. You don't have to change everything in one day. Just start. Even if it's the smallest step. Because you deserve a life where every breath feels easy. Every step feels free. And every morning is a chance to be better than yesterday. Start today.